Legend of the White Dragon? That sounds good. I love enthusiasm. So, up on stage, we already have executive producer Chris J. So right now, let's give big rounds of applause, give some love. Let's bring up first Miss Sierra Aaron. Serena Vincent. Make some more noise. Come on, for both of these lovely ladies, make some more noise. Next up, we got Mr. Jason Funk. And then from Got the Sun, we have Aaron Shonke. We're going to get started. They're going to be able to talk about Legend of the White Dragon. We're going to get underway, and don't you leave. We got a couple things happening.
And of course, meet the most important person, my dad, who directed this. Now you're all probably wondering, where is Jason being from? He is just finishing up with his gigantic climb. He is going to be here. We want to open up and just say welcome to the Legend of the White Dragon panel. So glad you guys to be here.
I'm looking forward to this here.
Woo! It's been great. I'm sure there are a lot of the Kickstarter backers in the room here, and we just want to say a big thank you to all of you for helping make this film possible. It's been a great experience. We shot for, I think it was over 40 days. We shot right after the pandemic, which was pretty crazy with all the new COVID rules and be safe, but I can say that no one got COVID out of this 150 production crew. Great. That's a big thanks to our producer out there, Ben Dukes, who kept everything safe and running. Like he's shaking his head. He just wants
You ever killed? No kill today?
We're a big fan of just being very thankful to everyone, just because we run Bat in the Sun like a family and treat everyone with respect and make sure everyone is safe. And everyone up here is absolutely wonderful, and I love all of them, and they worked so hard on this film. I want to just kind of go around and just kind of get everyone's basically a short comment on what the film means to them and what you guys have to look forward to. We can start there at the end with Ciara.
Honestly, this has been years in the making, and it's because of you guys. And it's one of those things that was such a passion for us, and we love each other so much. And to get a big group of people together, we weren't that big, we were a pretty small little group, but just to work with your fellow people that you love working with, and such an amazing story. This is so different than Power Rangers. People keep thinking it's Power Rangers, it's not. It's a completely different, gritty, darker version that we all are just craving, and everyone killed it. And continue on.
Hi, I'm Serena Vincent, and I got to play Rebecca Reed in Legend of the White Dragon. And what this means to me. First of all, I was a fan of Bat in the Sun, of Aaron, Shonke, and Sean, just as an artist, as an actor, as a filmmaker. I think they're brilliant and they're genius. And so I had been saying, like, I want to do something with these guys. I had been saying that, and then I saw that they were doing Legend of the White Dragon. I didn't really know anything about it. I didn't know what you guys had started. And then randomly, I think Basin called me one day and was like, "Hey, you want to play my wife?" and then I realized it was the same thing that Aaron and Sean were doing, the Bat in the Sun were doing, and I was like, "Oh my God, yes!" Like to get to, because here's the deal. What's cool about also these Power Morphicon is that, you know, I never got to work with Jason Font. Like, we've never acted together, or Jason David Frank, or Sierra. Like, we were all in different seasons. So we get to meet each other here, but to work with them now as an actor was really special. I'm really grateful to be a part of it. That was a lot to say, but basically, yay, thank you for bringing me aboard.
Oh,
The good thing about being third in something like this is you can use words like to piggyback on to what they said, or to add addition to.
Yeah, I got like the first guy, I didn't know what to say.
I was praying he was going this way versus that way. No, very similar to piggyback on what Serena said. Is, you know, I had met Bat and Son, Aaron, a long time ago. We had a common passion in football, and we had met, and I had seen a lot of their stuff, and I just kept thinking, how do these guys do this? This is better than Star Wars, watching Vader go against that was Batman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So their work is incredible. We talked about working together forever, and then when Jay called me, he said, "Hey, I'm working with Bat and Son." I said, "Yes." And that was the end of it. I said, "What are you filming?" He didn't know. I should have asked and maybe sent a script, but very excited to work with these guys. The things they do are amazing, and to what piggyback on what Sierra said as well.
I'm gonna say one thing really quick. I have to go run to a photo op, but I'll be right back. I love you guys so much.
So be right back. In addition to it, yeah, I mean, we've grown this fan base. Everybody's grown up, and we wanted to create something that had that mature, darker, grittier feel. And even though this is a whole new universe, this will accomplish that. So really excited what these guys did. I've seen a lot of the trailers and the dailies, and it's amazing. So hold on to your hats.
Go to Chris, our producer, who came on board to help make this film very much possible.
Oh, did he?
Boy, did he, yeah.
So we're going to talk about Ciara now. She's not here, right? What can I say other than I'm used to sitting where you guys are? I saw that the first Kickstarter for Legend of the White Dragon had unfortunately crashed and burned, and I was devastated because I wanted to see JDF do cool stuff. Like we all do. I'm a kid of the 90s. Power Rangers made it over to the UK, and it was like nothing we'd ever seen. So when I started talking to Aaron, I joined the Kickstarter like everybody else. Aaron and I have been talking through Patreon, and when they said they were going to bring back Legend of the White Dragon for a second go at the Kickstarter, I said, I'm in. I am all in, because just like all of you, I live to see JDF wearing a cool suit doing badass shit. Okay? That is why. And there will be many times on set where it's like, Chris, you're the resident fan. Is this cool enough, or do we need to get JDF to do yet more stuff? I was like, more please. More please. So no, it's been an absolute dream come true. I've spent half the morning at photo ops because I love Power Rangers and I love Tokusatsu and I love action as much as you guys do. So to be on this side of it is just, it's crazy. I have no other word for it.
Well, we thank you very much. To give you a little backstory, Jason's on his way over here, and then we'll show these clips here. Just a little backstory on how Legend of the White Dragon kind of came to be. We've been friends with JDF for, gosh, over 10 years now, and we came up with this Green Ranger series a long time ago. We pitched this to Spawn and Hasbro, and they thought it was too dark and too mature. You know, Jason wanted to make this, you know, basically we've all grown up with Power Rangers, and we're all now adults, and we wanted to tackle adult themes, and they just thought it was too adult. So we're like, all right, well then we ended up working with them doing the Power Rangers Street Fighter with them and Hasbro and Lionsgate, which was great, but there was a lot of, you could tell the ceiling was very low in terms of it has to be kid friendly, which is great because that's the brand and don't want to disrespect that. But I was like, there's a lot of things we want to do if we can control the IP, so basically we turned it into Legend of the White Dragon. And the best way I can compare it to is, I'm sure you guys have seen in our fan of the show, The Boys. And The Boys is like basically a mature satire of the Justice League. And when I say that Legend of the White Dragon is like that, Power Ranger. So it is totally different, and you're going to be dealing with a lot of darker themes that, you know, a lot of us as we've grown up have to deal with. There's a lot of heavy issues. The violence is definitely heavier and stuff like that. So I hope that it resonates with a lot of people on a very deep level. You want to add anything to that?
No, I'm just excited to be here and to be part of this project. You know, everyone's been so great and perfect. And for this, and for the contributors, I'm just ready to get going.
No one has seen the film more than he has, actually, because he's working on the sound right now. So
I'm the last one that gets it after all that's editing, next
right.
session. Foley, sound and the Foley and the music. I should know what that means.
But you guys understand this? This is a multi-million-dollar full-length feature film. There are over 2,000 effect shots that we've been in post-production on, so it's we're putting a lot into it. You'll see a lot of it here. We're going to show, I think, 5 scenes. There's 7 minutes of content that no one has seen, which is pretty exciting. You'll get to see a lot of the action. There's some things I thought in here. I thought maybe I shouldn't put it in there because it's like maybe we should save it for the movie, or maybe that's too much of a spoiler. But the fans want it. They deserve it. That's good. I mean, the film was an hour and 30 minutes. We're showing 7 minutes, so very excited. And when we show it, when Jason gets here, he keeps texting me. He's like, I've made it past this aisle. I've made it past this aisle. He's coming here. Basically there are 5 scenes, and after each scene is just going to cut to black. So sometimes if you like that scene is left unresolved, we basically have cherry pick these 5 scenes and put them on there, and they'll just end abruptly. Hopefully leave you wanting more. We'll show that. Make sure though not to film during the thing. Don't film into it because we can't end up online. But if you want to take photos of, and tag us and talk about how great it was, that's okay, right? That's okay, you guys like that?
Absolutely, yes, we like photos.
Welcome to stage, Jason, David, Frank, and Sarah.
My daughter's on stage time.
All right, so I'm just kind of explaining the origin, how this all came about. I'll teach you this. Share your mic with you this one.
We gotta share. Oh, like we're sharing the first thing.
Apparently I smell and no one wants to sit next to me.
Let me take a selfie because I'll. Okay.
Make some noise, come on!
You guys don't know I'm dressed as Eric Reed. Someone said, I think Walter said, you look good, man. You look like a biker. And I'm kind of staying in character. And it's just a paint, Sharpie, red Sharpie line. But if Jenna makes her way, let her know where we're at.
We just, I kind of give a breakdown of how it came to be. We originally pitched it series. Basically wanted to do something through. I know you wanted to really do something true to yourself. Thought with that ceiling that Adam Savon was put down, how great of a job. I have to just say that working with Jason as an actor and being on set as a director, it blew us away. He's equally as good as an actor as he's a fighter, and he is legit. I always say 10 of me could not really fight him in real life. He's super badass. Super badass. I don't want to, I'm done.
First of all, guys, it's good to see everyone. Chris, Sean, Aaron, Bonds, Miss Reed, Jenna, wherever she's at. Anyway, guys, one of the things I like to say, I've been on tour, even during COVID, we had a program, we kept social distancing, all that stuff, and fun. been on tour with the PPP program, Power Ranger Protection Program, but it's amazing. We got our first toy, and that's I've signed a lot of these, booth 403. And I'm very excited to do this because a lot of you all kickstarted the program, and Chris as well. Thank you for everything you've done. It's interesting because we want to do this for my kids, and my kids are your age of the 20 to the 30 to the 40, right? But then I got little tiny kids that are coming in like, hi, Donnie. I'm like, hey, what's going on, buddy? And then they're like, pick a picture. And then I'll take this one. I'm like, I mean, we did as much as we could. We couldn't control Michael Madsen's mouth a little. But other than that, we did good. We tried to make a clean movie. And, when I did a show with Chuck Norris, Chuck always said, keep it clean. Something you can watch with your daughter or your son or your family. And I took Jenna when Deadpool first came out. And, I thought it was a superhero movie, and then they were saying all these things. I was like, God, she's only like, however old that movie was. But anyway, and we're excited. We got the comic book pre-sequel. We got a book coming out, 1263. And Rob Liefeld, who did Deadpool, is going to be one of our variant comics. And we just got a lot of people. This fell through passion. I practiced the 3 Ps way before the Power Ranger Protection Program. I added another one. 3 Ps are purpose, passion, patience, profit. You don't need to worry about that. Everyone wants to be rich and famous and do this and that. Ain't all that great. Except when people say, I'm a celebrity, I'm not. I'm a man who likes to make movies. That's it. And we've met a lot of people, and I'm so happy you guys have tattoos. I saw Fox tattoos on other people, and I said, it'd be terrible if you met someone and you're tagging and you're like, oh, he's not what I thought he was, and you can't erase it, and you can maybe block it out. But anyway, very happy. We started something very small, ended up with something big. We got private investors. Scott Kenny, where's he?
Scott Kenny's right back there.
Hey, Scott. Hey, there he is. What's up, buddy? I don't know why Scott's not sitting here.
Right up there.
Okay. And make sure that Ms. Jenna knows that she missed the family. So it's exciting for us to see this. I was just we were going to launch it March 20th, something completely different than the original trailer. A brand new universe. King Batch brings a lot of excitement, a lot of funniness to the program. And, Serena, my daughter, Jenna, Ciara, where's she? She'll come back. Very important parts of just acting and with font, and just gave a little meat for acting. You know what I mean? Okay. Jenna's.
Is she here?
She's running on teenage times. Teenagers with attitudes. So, a completely separate IP, and it became bigger than we ever thought. And Aaron, his dad, and Jason, and everyone for believing in me, and Serena, and believing in us, because we're a team, it's not just one person. I ran out of clothes, so I said I'll be able to breathe today. It's true story. Anyway, we're very excited about it, so I don't want to talk a little too much, but it's very exciting to work with such a talented team. Bat in the Sun, they create good content, just imagine a movie. You know what I mean? And everything looks great. Now, what we're about to show, I have not seen yet. I did get it on the phone. I just didn't want to see it. I wanted to share it with Aaron. He worked so hard, his dad and everyone, and I didn't want to sneak peek because he's got a very good eye and very talented. His dad and does all the music and all that stuff. And I haven't seen Chris since the last time we were over here.
It's been a while, dude.
UK.
I was telling
Are you okay? We have different
Dude,
humor.
I'm in a wheelchair. I think we're past okay.
Well, let me say that you're a hero to me, because when I see people complain about this and my leg and that, look, we're all equal. That's what I try to tell people. We all have hearts. Doesn't really matter who you are or what you're struggling with. It's that we're all here, and that's what passion is all about. And that's how we made the movie out of passion. And you've got to have passion for what you do. If you hate your job, then have a backup plan to what you want to become. When someone tells me I can't do it, keep telling me that. Just please tell me one more time. Just say that, because I'm gonna make sure it happens. And you know, I'm tatted up, I'll be 49, it's time to get a little darker. You know, I'm not doing the reunion, it's time for me to grow up, and it's time for me to get off the Kids Network channel. It's time for us to get a little darker, a little bit more story for my kids. Hasbro can pump out as many toys as they want, but this is the most important toy for me, because passion, and the fans believe in it. We're not asking you to watch it, you're already gonna watch it. Just because I'm excited, I wanna watch it, so that's what we're gonna do a little bit now, right? Watch
Yep,
it.
we're gonna show. Okay, we're gonna show 7 minutes, 5 scenes in this little pasta black in between because they're out of order. Just put some cool stuff together, cool action, and some intense action and some spoilers maybe. But
Someone called Jenna, and let's just roll anyway without her.
is she on her way?
On her way where? She's coming over? Okay, well, she's a teenager and she's late for 25 minutes.
I have 2 of those.
Yeah, and that's why when I was a teenager, they chose me, because I had a teenager with attitudes. But we're very happy. We can still roll. It's too bad. She come in when she comes in. Huh?
You can,
Almost what?
Oh.
I got a lot of people in line waiting for me. I'm only here today. So, let's just roll and she can make her grand entrance.
All right, lower the lights and let's roll this here.
I enjoy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Now listen, that was just a lot of action. There's a lot of good, deep acting in this movie. Aaron loves action. I think we want to show you a little bit about how cool the action is. That's the first time I've seen a lot of that stuff, Dan, so you did a really good job. What do y'all think? It was one of the best films for me too. There's a lot of really good acting between me and Michael Madsen and Jason and Jenna. Where is Jenna? Oh my God. Where? Jenna, come up here! Your father's
Give it up for Jenna!
The late entry. Jenna, friend. Say hi. Sit next to me. Passionately late. You just missed the whole trailer that we'll show you later. Check out the news magazine. Yep. So anyway, there was a lot of good acting in it. Worked with these guys and working with font and everyone up here. It wasn't like it's not a Power Ranger thing, like the tone of everything was just set as a film. There's film is smaller, TV is bigger, and theater is bigger, and this was just like real small and intimate and real honest moments. And anyway, and gave Jenna an opportunity, Serena, right? When you guys worked together, that was her first time. And
Jenna's amazing.
well, I'll tell you.
Jason's amazing in the movie. I mean, I only got to work with, the 2 of you. But, I mean, you guys are gonna cry.
Yeah, no, it was good. Jenna used this stuff in her eyes and put makeup. So what is that? She's like, I can't see. What are you putting eyes across it? Never use that again. I don't care if you have to cry 8 times. But it was a moment where we hadn't seen each other for 3 years. And I started the beginning of the original trailer with no tattoos. And so we have to explain where I was, because I came back really dark, hard, a lot of emotional things that we all deal with. And so that become a separate whole 63 comic book. What I was saying with Jenna and Serena, it's very hard to, she auditioned for a lot of stuff. She wanted to be stuck in the middle. She wanted this and that. And I told her to keep trying, keep trying, keep trying.
It's crazy because she was actually supposed to be my mom on the show.
Yeah?
So she
We
auditioned.
actually got to work together.
So now they get to work together, and as a parent, it's like proof. You know what I mean? And
All comes back around.
And then we got a lot of people around here. David Ramsey did amazing.
David Ramsey, Jiggle from Arrow. We got Mark Dacascos from John Victor in there, and they're acting. And I said, and Jason bring it up there, and we want to show action here, but there are so many. The film really, even though the action's great, the film is going to win you over on its acting and its storytelling. And I always say this: we brought Michael Madsen in, obviously from Kill Bill, Reservoir Dogs, and
I always want to work with the guys. Thank you, Chris. Welcome.
we shot with him on our Batman Come Die It's Easy, and Michael was such a joy and a great actor. And there's a scene where Eric Reed has to have a scene with his dad in jail, and just such both of them just consummate actors that they would really get into it, running the scene. You can tell that the emotion was very palpable and real, and that's great as a director because you don't have to give a lot of notes. And me and my dad were like, instead of shooting one side of coverage and the other side of coverage, we should run dual cameras because I think they're just gonna live the scene. And we had a camera on both of them, and they just went through the scene, and every take, it was palpable, and I think got up there like, we can do it better. And then on the third take, the emotions are high, they're having a hard time getting through the lines, you can see the tears, the voice cracking, and it was great. And they both were like, can't do it in respect. And like that scene, to me, that scene is gonna be the heart of the movie because it shows your character, where you're coming from and where you want to go, and that's what's gonna make it. And I just can't wait, and that's probably my favorite scene in the movie, and I can't wait to get that scene fully sound done on it and get it edited because it's great. And Jason's acting was just phenomenal.
But
you gotta be blown away.
if you guys seen that I've been gone for 3 years, what Serene means that I haven't seen my family in 3 years. And that was like really hard, to get there. You know what I mean? When you like being away from the military or not knowing your family. Jenna's always, didn't think I survived. My movie wife believed that I was there. So coming into that emotion with Jenna's first time, when we did it over and over and over again, and it was organic, and we were not really worried about the lines. I know font work with Michael, he doesn't stick to the page, but you got to go with the flow. You got to go with the emotion because it's not the lines. It's the emotion, it's the quietness, it's being transparent, building your character. And so when I brought Jenna in, I said, I'll bring you in. Y'all might have to make me fire her if she don't have talent. And I hate to do that as a dad, but I might have to. But she did really good. It was very organic, and that was a really hard scene for me to get there over and over again. And then working with Font, we've done so much together. And to snap out of the you're no longer West, you're common. We got Richard too, but I don't know. But anyway, it was great working with him in a movie, not a Power Ranger fight. Although this looks, but you guys are going to be, I'll hype it up and I'll back the movie myself that you don't hype something if it's not good. And from what you saw there, that's a lot of CGI. So when it comes to acting, it's a lot of organic. There's still a lot of work, but that's, to me, it looks amazing, and I haven't seen it, so I wanted to just be surprised.
I'm glad you like it. Put a lot of work in it, but I'm sure everyone up here can say that you can feel how committed and how palpable your emotion was into the character on the set. It set the tone, I think, for all the actors and everyone.
A lot of depth and emotion.
A lot of that. You definitely.
You all did though too. I mean, everyone, looking at font and going there, and everyone pushing each other to the next level. And the whole Michael Madsen thing, I just, the actors like to close up, get their money, and leave. And when you leak emotions through, and you start crying, it becomes leaving messed up, because you're reminded of all this other stuff. So it was good. So everyone really did a good job to support everyone. And we were there almost every day, Chris, and long days, and we got to the point where we were so exhausted, we're like, we need to change the script. And then Chris was like, okay, and then I'm like, okay, Aaron, figure it out. He was texting me 3 in the morning, making adjustments, and he'd show up at 6 in the morning. So he could just do stuff. When I say I believe in you, he's like, oh God, how can we make these changes? So it was something that I wanted to do, tat it up with a mohawk, with fake gauges, and the tattoo that all has meaning behind who I am and what I do. I just did not. I was able to be me, Eric Reed, and I didn't have to pitch my voice up and be Tommy. I'm tatted. This is what I want to do. It's a dream that you got to follow. Sometimes it's hard when someone says, "Hey, can you come back and try to save the show?" No, I can't. it's too similar to my IP. But no, it's just really great working with everyone, and everyone pushing each other, and the support we had. That was passion from everyone, including Ben, that's here, that made the movie happen. I mean, he had a lot of work to do. And when I say change something, Ben goes, and now what do we change him? You know, and he did it. It's a really hard job that everyone did. So for everyone, if it wasn't for you guys, I would be.
You did a great job. And like I said, that was felt across the whole film set. Even I acted quite a bit in this, and you basically would act and like, I gotta try to match that. I gotta bring the emotion and that sort of stuff. Like I said, it set the level of just excellence. And everyone that you brought on, what you were saying, is so important that people who aren't here for like money and all that kind of stuff. People here because they believe in the project, they believe in the fans. It's amazing when you talk to each one of them how much they understand it. Understand you guys and what you want. And like they can see that we can't give them to them with Power Rangers, but with this, you can basically kind of see what they really want. I have known you for 10 years. I hear you comment on it, and like, this is what the fans want. This is what they want, and all of them are always fighting for what you guys want. They're like, so why don't we do that? And I was like, well, let's grab people that really believe. So it's because that genuineness comes off on screen. You can't fake that.
So our second.
Sorry. No, I was just saying that I feel like that this entire cast, like being on set, we all brought the best out of each other and brought it at a different level. To me, that's how I felt. That's good. Aaron?
I have ADD. Anyway, tough. But I wasn't here. Just a quick. I don't like that water. Liquid death. It's just. I know, but it's like you put water in a can, you just expect something.
That's terrifying, honestly.
But I was just wondering because I haven't been. I'm so excited. Oh, the original second Kickstarter was March 20th, and COVID hit. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that." But listen, COVID, television, and movies, and the first Bloodshot War that got cut. That's called Bald Shot. But besides that, I'm glad I didn't get Bloodshot all the way. I did a much better Bloodshot movie. But I started understanding that it was TV and things that got me through. So I got hooked and obsessed with this, not just to hit tier levels, just to see what people would say. We got 90,000 in the blue check on Instagram, and that's not easy to get. All the content I'm doing is on Legend of the White Dragon page right now, because that's what's important. And we were told not to do this, or we couldn't get through it, and there's a lot of stories that were taken, from Aaron. I read emails. He said, "You read that email in 2013?" I said, "Yes." I go back and I'm like, "Oh God, they really did steal this and that." But I was just wondering, just quickly, because I rambled. Maybe I know we already did this, but maybe like good little moments. We'll start from the tables.
Like favorite moments from the film.
Yeah, like some kind of experience that you have or you hold on to, or anything like that. Not like favorite scenes, but the whole cast. We had chairs for everyone. I know that's like a big deal, but we had chairs with their names on them, and that brought a lot of, oh, you care about actors, because remember we come from Power Rangers and we sit on the floor sometimes, or that bathroom phone we had. So maybe we'll just start from there, just because I wasn't here, and maybe some favorite moments or something for the film.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say, so I'll try to keep it as secret as possible. But I guess because I've known Aaron, Sean, Battinson for a while through JDF, thank you. And they're just amazing to work with, and I got to do a lot of my scenes with Aaron. And it was just so nice to, like, we've had such a great friendship, and to have like this nice connection to be able to act with him. He's a fantastic actor. And there's this one scene, and I can't tell you what it is, but it just, we had to reshoot it because we felt like it wasn't, here's the thing with this film, like when we feel like something isn't what it should be, we do it again. And we want it to be as best as possible and it be as authentic as possible. So we redid a scene, and it was just such a special moment, and it felt so, I don't know, it made me giddy. It was just a nice day, and it was a very nice moment with you, and we had a lot of connection, and it felt really great. And I can't tell you guys what it is, but
It was much better. I was there.
it was much better.
How it looked,
Yeah.
and how it came out.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to do it a couple times,
That was good.
Okay, to steal your line, to piggyback off of what you're saying. is that those moments, those authentic moments that you have as an actor where it doesn't feel like you're acting anymore, and you feel like you're just in the room, in this little room, in this your little universe with these people. And it's kind of like an out-of-body experience, but you're also connected in your body. You don't even remember all of the beats, all of the moments. You're not wondering like when you're gonna hug or when you're gonna like grab someone's hand, because you're just like, this other thing takes over you. It's so rare when that happens, I feel like, as an actor. Like most things, you're just sort of like getting through scenes, and a lot of actors don't come to set that open-hearted and like ready to play and bond like that. And I've never worked with Jason before, or Jenna, and or like I said before, I went on the whole thing with Jason about how what a huge fan of Back in the Sun I was before they even knew we were doing something with them. Anyway, so when I got on set, it was so clear to me. Actually, it was clear to me from the first phone call with you, Jason, that this was going to be really special, and it was so clear that he was in it to just go beyond and do work that he's never had that opportunity to do. This is the thing, is that like we were limited by like what other producers will cast us in. We can all do so much more, but it's like if they won't put us in those roles, and when can we do it? On these self-tapes at home nobody gets to see? And so you created this universe together, and his heart is just like bursting open. And it allowed my heart to burst open and Jenna's heart to burst open, and it was such a beautiful scene. And I felt it like it really happened. Now it's in my memory, like it really happened, and that's like the coolest thing ever as an actor. Really long-winded. Again, I'm sorry, but it was beautiful.
Jay and I have gone a good ways back, so we, I think whenever you're casting something, it's always good to have a trust and a friendship for those people, and I'm sure that's why we're all selected here, because we know each other, we love each other, and that plays into the scenes, regardless of what roles you play. To have that trust in your fellow actor, to know them and like them as people, always helps. You can use that. There's a lot of action in this. It's a darker field. We all see that. I like in scenes, especially stuff that's dark, where you find moments of levity, moments of lightness. And Jay and I have a very playful relationship that goes back a ways. So there's some, they didn't show that scene.
Okay.
It wasn't on the beginning. So we found some moments in there, and that I can't tell you about, but that's what I liked in that scene. That's the stuff I remember. There's some really good moments in there where we see different parts of this character, Eric Reed, that is going through a tremendous amount in his life, and we see the other side of it, which I find fun, and that's the scene I remember most. I can't tell you much about it, right, Jay?
I agree. Doing Power Rangers together with very limited lines. Let's do a reunion. Cool. We get like 2 minutes, take our helmet off, and stuff like that. And
Yeah, you get to see a lot of different side of all of us, which is going to be great. And I laugh, and I haven't seen the final version, of course, but I go, you'll know in the first few minutes this is definitely not Power Rangers. That's for sure.
All right, Jenna.
So I feel like for me it was definitely working with it, because it was just such a natural experience. It just didn't feel like I was acting. It was like, okay, hit your mark, and then it was just like, it just felt genuine. Like it was us. It wasn't actually, it was us. And especially my first job, it was really good because this is just the beginning. So it just felt good to. It's kind of like an outlet for me. So it just felt really good, mentally, to deliver the mark and just have that, especially with you two. It was like a motherly connection, motherly daughter connection. So I really appreciate the opportunity and stuff.
You're forever my movie daughter. You can never not be my forever, and I don't care how old you get. How big you get, you're fine.
And for me, just working with Dan and Jenna, also very creative writing, and I do poetry and all that stuff. The only way to really express yourself, to get out of your head, and we take that leap of faith to share these moments with public and people. But like Serena said, where nothing exists. When you do martial arts and you do a form, and you're at a park, You don't pay attention to these people, you're in it. Frisbees are thrown at you, hit you, you're in it. And the thing for me is that I learned as an actor, and Ben, where's Ben at? Okay, Ben. So doing the first rehearsal, I think you agree with Michael, was great, right? Hey, he was just testing me out a little bit. I said, you don't even know my daughter's birthday. He said September 24th, and I said, that's your birthday. So I Googled it, blew him off a little bit. It was open, and then the first scene was kind of closed. There was no seeping through anything. And I was like, I can't do this, I'm lost. I can't do it. Ben said, no, just be lost. Go with it. So in the movie, in real life, I've had a lot of this. So a lot of that was thrown in the movie. You just kind of go with it. And I remember Ben saying, okay, you're lost. I know he's got a job to do, he's got a rap, but he said, just go with it, dude, who cares? Like, just go with it. And I went with it. And like, you see these little organic moments. You might not see it a lot, but as director or, you know, actors, you see a little organic moment where when someone begins to cry, it's like a little flower that opens up. And then we can't do the second take because we're too in the moment. So it's that little organic moment that we'll talk about. You might look and say, obviously I said raw footage, we're cutting it together and all that stuff. But it was just with working with Jenna, Serena, just, you're in it and you use what you use. That's how I feel. You have anxiety, use the anxiety. With my particular character, it worked. There's a lot of ups and downs. Instead of thinking and being what I do, I'll change lines up. I'll switch it. And in between, it's like, well, that's not your line. Like, I don't really care if that's my line or not. The intentions of saying, wow, this is blue. Wow, this is blue too. This is a cool color. Blue. Just go with it and change stuff. And the freedom on Bat in the Sun is so free that we have that so it doesn't become stale. So I appreciate, allowing me to be free as an actor and everyone up here acting with them and just looking in their eyes and being lost to the crowd. And we're working with Jenna. She's my real daughter, but I felt like she was a Reed. You know what I mean? She was my daughter in the movie. And that's what I thought it'd be a little hard working with her. But being creative and writing, and she sings and all that, I encourage that. Otherwise, things will build up in your head. You know what I mean? Going through stuff. It's like all my poetry, it all works together. But there's nothing to hide. It is what it is. But you continue with who you are and never change who you are, no matter what's thrown at you. People will throw, unless they got a free toy from that, that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, just allowing myself to be me.
This is Jason's TED Talk.
I was in just a fun story. We had a fight scene together out of costume, and like I said, I'm a stuntman. I did the mocap on Amazing Spider-Man 2 and then a lot of stuff. Having said that, I'm not nearly as badass as this guy. And we have this fight, and he's authentic, and we have the scene where I'm choking him with real chains. He wants real chains for to feel it. I'm choking him from like behind, got him real tight, going hard at the 8th take. And he's like, Aaron, need it harder. I want to feel the air being like, I want to feel it. And he's like, I want you to like kill me. I want you harder. I lean in after the 8th take and go, Jason, that's as physically as hard as I can actually strangle you. So it was really a joy to work with him, and just impressive and to work with everyone. So that's our fun note there.
And you did good too. He looks cut up in the movie. We had a scene where we had a gun, and I just kept continuing rolling with it, one in my eyeball. But we had, box sets, all that stuff. But working with this guy was great. I was looking at him going, man, it's not cut up. Maybe the light. No, it's cut up. What's your favorite fast food restaurant to go to? You're like in
and out.
Okay, what do you order?
Double single.
And what does your dad order?
Double regular.
What's a double single?
I don't know. It's like Starbucks language.
It's 2 burgers, 1 cheese.
And people don't get it. It's like Starbucks. Like every time I order, I just can't fathom what it is.
I have kind of a one moment too. When I'm on the set all day, I'm at the monitor either with Chris or I have a hand monitor, and I'm nearsighted, so I have to take my glasses off when I have the monitor inches from me. But that way I can see. If after we finished wrapping one day, we're all out in the parking lot getting ready to say goodbye, and Jason starts impersonating me and making fun of me. Like this, so walking around. He's going, "Aaron, you can't do this, we gotta do the thing, you know?" And initially, I've never had anyone. Actually, it was hilarious. Impersonating.
And Aaron always goes, "Dad, we got it. We got it, Dad, we got it. We got it."
1000%.
The lighting. Aaron, we got it. No, we don't, Aaron.
It was very accurate. And
Let's
I
move.
was kind of embarrassed because, like, do I look like that?
No, it's great. Look, attention to detail, these guys have it. And that's what I like. With movies, with like continuity issues, I can't watch movies because I'm like, you gotta get the shirt on, get this. So paying attention to lighting and details, no. I wear glasses now, and I have like I'm a little like when I drive, so I'll be like this with you next time. All right, so it was great.
But everyone was great with that. There's so many special memories. You know, I can just list a whole bunch of them, like the Michael Madsen thing was one of my favorites. That was
Real quick, I'm the rudest person alive. I have to go to the Super Course panel, so this is done. If you guys want to come over, I love you guys so much.
Yeah, I'll be at the table.
Chris, any funny stories of Jason David Frank over by your garage?
We're not telling half the stories that we could tell because then we could never show any of this panel again.
It's something we have filmed.
Oh,
Not
my
that
God.
one.
Okay,
We'll keep that between us.
3 things I would say very quickly. One, for me, the friendships. Friendships I've made for life. If you told me 3 years ago I would have the Green Ranger on speed dial, I would have called you out on it quite significantly, but I've made friends for life. For me, also, the executions are the money guys. The boring guy that says you can't afford that. But I actually had some creative involvement as well, which for me as a creative, just really enjoyable having half certain bits. But the one scene, the one thing that really stands out, the first day JDF put on the suit. Oh my goodness me, the entire set was electric. Everybody working on that film was suddenly 8 years old again. It's like, oh my god, JDF, he's in the suit! Oh my god, and it was just absolutely amazing. It was just such an electricity about it. So that for me is the memory that really stands out. I'm a shout out.
No, it's good. Guys, quick video with all the actors.